So this is a scarf that I made from a pashmina, a rather large scarf that I had. And the thing I like about it is this way of fastening it, so you can have it so it permanently stays like that for you. So I thought I'd show you how I made it. I have done a video like this before, but this is an up-to-date one. I have some fabric here, basically a great big rectangle of fabric. It tapers a bit there, but what I'm going to do, doesn't matter how thick, you can have it any width you want. Just if you've got any spare fabric, doubled over, the fold liners along the top, the raw edges at the bottom. I've just taken a piece of offcut and I'm looking at it to see what it'll look like if I have it like that, going like that to there. So I probably want to cut down there to make it more of a rectangle first. Then I'm going to reshape it. So I now have this rectangle of fabric on the fold at the top, open end at the bottom. When it goes like that, that's about the size I want it to be, because this is going to gather up and this is going to feed through. So what I'm going to do is I want to make this into a point so that I can feed it through. So at one end, at this end, I'm going to start about that wide, and then I'm going to taper it. It's going to go from there and then taper down to here. So I'll cut that first and I'll show you. Basically what I've done is I've cut this bit off here like that, and I've got a tapered bit there. So that bit goes in the bin, and then you're left with this here. So it's like that, and then it's wide. This pointed end is the end that's going to feed through. This is the end that's going to have the buttonholes on. They're going to feed, this is going to feed through here, and I want a piece sticking out there, but I want the buttonholes to be approximately down there. So what I'll do is I'll put a little pin mark there, a little pin, so I can see roughly where I want them to be there. And then I'll take that off, and I've got my pin here, so my buttonholes are going to work down here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn it the wrong side out, so make sure I put that there. So that's still letting me see where the line is there. I don't know if you can see the pin there. Unfortunately this has got lines on it, so it's quite easy to do. And then I'm going to bring those together so it's right sides together like that. So I found some waistband interfacing, and I ironed it on, but then it stuck to the press because it's a double-sided sticky thing, and I put two on, but the press has moved them away. But then I've put a one on the top, and that's kind of stopped it from being sticky. So that's basically what it's like there. These should have been closer together so there wasn't that gap, but I think we'll get away with that. So now I'm going to go up there, along there, and I'm going to leave a little gap here, and then I'm going to carry on along here, down the slope, and then go down there and finish there. And then once I've done that, where I've got the little opening, I will turn it inside out and we'll take it from there. So I've now got this like this, and I'm going to press it because it needs pressing. We'll do the buttonholes, which are going to be, I can feel it here, that's where my buttonholes are. So we'll press it first and then we'll come back to that. So now I've pressed this, and I can feel here that this is where the facing is, and I'm going to split it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to spread 6 pins across there for where the buttonholes are going to go. And because I've got this pattern on here, it makes life a bit easier. So I'm going to put one at each end, and then I'm going to put one just off the center. So where's the center? That's the center there. So I'll open that up. I want one just off the center on one side and one just off the center on the other side. And then I want another two, one in the middle. I think we need to move those out a bit more. Move that a bit more that way, and move that a bit more that way. And then that one there. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not equal, they're not equidistant, so let's go a bit more like that. That one there, that one there. I'm eyeballing it and I probably should be measuring it. Never mind. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to make buttonholes about that width. Now my gadget won't make that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a long one, and then I'm going to go down there, and then I'm going to do a long one, turn it round, and then go back that way. So I'm going to do the kind of buttonhole that we used to do long before buttonhole makers were on your machine. So it's going to be a zigzag, a wide zigzag on each end, and then a narrow zigzag along there and a narrow zigzag along there. Once I've got those done, I'll cut them open and we're finished. So I've got all these buttonholes here, and I've basically done a zigzag down there on all of them. Then I finished off by doing the wide ones on each end. Now I've got lots of little long threads to cut off, so we'll do that, and then just got to snip the buttonholes open.